Hi, Ken Mergentime here with Sign and Digital Graphics, and I'm at the NBM show in Long Beach, California. And I'm with Sharon Toji of ADA Signage products. And I wanted to talk about some of the new things that are happening with ADA Signage, like integrating of digital printing with ADA. Maybe, Sharon, you can tell me a little bit more about what's going on.
Well, one of the big objections to the original rules for ADA signs was that we had to combine not digital, but visual with tactile. And that meant that we had to compromise it for both kinds of readers. So tactile readers had to have uppercase letters and needed small letters. And visual readers really could have used larger letters. They do better with upper and lower case. They need high contrast, which of course somebody doesn't need at all if they're completely blind and are reading by touch. So a great graphic designer, named Roger Whitehouse in New York, worked with the Lighthouse for the Blind, and he came up with this wonderful idea of separating the two. So we were able to have a section of the sign. You may not be able to see it very well, but it's got all of the tactile letters, got the raised letters and the braille, and it's hidden. And guess what? We can hide it right with a wonderful decorative digital print. So we can now use all that wonderful capability we have for wide format digital printing to print the background, and we can hide the raised letters and the braille in there. We can make it tiny, we can make it rounded. It's not really very visually attractive, but that doesn't matter. And then we can also, using digital printing, have our visual letters much larger and bolder, and we can even have a removable insert with somebody's name and title. So it's just a great way to provide universal design for a lot more people and use all of this great, wonderful capability we now have in the sign industry.
That's wonderful. So you're kind of taking the whole idea of ADA signage and making it into more attractive to everybody that uses it.
Exactly. It's going to be way more attractive to look at. Architects and designers are going to like it better. It's just going to be easier on the eyes of everybody, but at the same time, we're not going to short those people who need to read by touch. We're going to provide them with what they need.
Right. Well, there you have it, the latest from Sharon Toji. And Sharon, by the way, is an expert on ADA signage and was involved with the creation of the Americans with Disabilities Act back in the 90s, especially for the stuff in California, right?
Right. I've worked with the state of California for many years, and I've also been a delegate to the American National Standards Institute, and we did in our sign committee write the standards that became the basis of the new ADA standards that came out in 2010 and are now the law of the land. And California has adapted them, and they will be legally enforceable in California as well.
I understand that you've written a manual or a book that's been recently updated that people can use.
That's right, and it repeats word for word all of the federal standards for signage, brings it all into one place, and then another chapter that does the same thing for the state of California, which is slightly more stringent, and is used by wholesalers, by the way, all across the United States. And then I have explanatory material that unravels all the mysteries item by item. So I think people will find it very useful.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Sharon, for taking the time with me today.
Well, thanks for doing this, Ken. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Okay, this is Ken Mergentime with Sign and Digital Graphics at the Long Beach show in Long Beach, California, and thank you very much.